Hello everyone. Hope you all are fine. In this video, we are going to learn Techniques of Scientific Management Part 2. In last video, we studied three techniques: work study, standardization of tools and equipment, and scientific task setting. In this video, we are going to learn scientific selection and training, functional organization, and differential piece rate wage plan. Functional organization will be at two levels, at planning level, at implementation level. So let's start. The fourth technique, which is given by F.W. Taylor, is the scientific selection and training. He said that there must be scientific selection of the employees, and employees must be given training after their selection process. Management has to select the right person for the right job, and this can be done only by the scientific selection procedures. So what is this scientific selection procedure? You know that we conduct the interviews, we have face-to-face communication with the candidate, we check their qualifications, experience, and then we select them for the job. This is nothing but the scientific selection. So for this purpose, we have to fix job specification. We have to see the requirement of our job, and then we have to fix certain specification. Employees must be selected according to predetermined standards, so they can be selected in the impartial ways. For the selection process, management has to fix the job specification and they have to keep the predetermined standard. So after the selection, they have to provide the training also. There will be increase in the efficiency of the employees. See, I will give you the example. Job specification as per the requirement. See, English teacher for standard 8 to 10 in CBSE school. This is nothing but the job specification. We are specifying and we are describing the job. Which teacher we want? We want English teacher. For which standards? 8 to 10. And the syllabus is of the CBSE board. So this is called as a job specification. Now for this job, what will be the predetermined standards? So of course we need BA, B.Ed with 5 years experience, teaching experience, and the teacher must have fluency in English. So we will select the teacher on the basis of these standards. If the teacher or if the candidate is fulfilling this standard, then we will select them. So this is called as the job specification and predetermined standard. When we keep this, it is called as the scientific selection. Interview is the most common method of scientific selection, and F.W. Taylor recommended that we have to select the employees scientifically in our organization. So this was his fourth technique. The fifth technique is the functional organization. In this concept, planning is separated from implementation. You know there is the third level of management which is called as the lower level management. So this lower level management will be divided into two parts. Some managers will do the planning while the other managers will do the implementation. The planning will be done by the different people and actual work will be supervised by the different people. So there will be total 8 foremen, and these 8 foremen will be work in two different sets. So in one set there will be 4 foremen and in second set there will be another 4 foremen. So in this way the first set will do the planning work and the other set will do the implementation work. So according to F.W. Taylor, every worker will be supervised by two different sets of supervisors and there will be total 8 foremen or supervisors. We will see this in detail. See, there will be 4 supervisors at the planning level. They will be called as route clerk, instruction clerk, time and cost clerk, and discipline clerk. All these 4 clerk will come in the lower level management. Now root clerk, he will tell how the work moves from one machine to other machine. In short, he will do the work study. Whatever we have studied in first, second and third technique, that only they will do. So this root clerk will undertake the work study. He will just tell how the work will move from one machine to another machine. The second clerk is the instruction clerk. He will record all the instructions to complete the work. He will undertake the method study. He will determine the correct method to do the work. The third will be time and cost clerk. He will determine time in which work should be completed and he will work out the cost also. So he will undertake time study. The fourth clerk is the discipline clerk and he will ensure that all the workers will be work as per the factory rules. In short, he will do the fatigue study. He will see whether the workers are taking proper breaks or not. He will check they are coming on the job on time or not. So everything he will check. So that will be done by the discipline clerk. So there will be these four foremen working at the planning level. Now in the second set there will be four foremen and they will work at the implementation level. They will be gang boss, speed boss, repair boss and inspector. The gang boss will actually gets the work done. He will just take care of the motion study. The speed boss, he will ensure that the work is completed in a particular time or not. So he will also take the time study. Okay, try to understand in previous time and cost clerk will be determine that how much time we have to take to complete the job, while here in speed boss he will check how much time they have taken to complete the job. So they will do the time study. Repair boss, he will just handle the security and maintenance of the machineries. He will just take care of the standardization of tools and equipment. He will check whether the tools are of good quality or not, if they need any maintenance or not. So that will be done by the repair boss. And the inspector, he will ensure that the work is done as per the specified method. So he will also undertake the method study. So in this way, there will be total 8 foremen working in two different sets. That is called as the functional organization. According to Taylor, management can definitely achieve the required performance with the help of proper division of all activities into planning and implementation. Whatever we have studied, that is nothing but the division of activities which is divided into the 8 foremen. Now, of course, this technique is opposite to Henry Fayol's principle of unity of command, because Henry Fayol's principle says that every worker must get command from one manager. We just studied that one worker will be supervised by 8 managers. So it is just opposite to the Henry Fayol's principle of command. The last technique is the differential piece rate wage plan. See, differential means different. Piece rate wage plan means there must be different wages for the different workers. Taylor suggested this system, and under this system the remuneration should be fixed as per the performance and efficiency of the workers. If there will be average worker, then he will get the average wages, and if there will be efficient worker, then he will get the more wages. So the average worker will be motivated to work properly. Okay, higher rates are offered to the employees who complete the work more than the standard quantity. Those who are completing the work more than the standard quantity will be given higher rates. On the other hand, if the employee is performing below the standard, then he will be given the lower rate of wages. So this technique will motivate the employees to attain the higher standard of performance and earn the more wages. This technique is also opposite to Henry Fayol's principle of equity. Henry Fayol suggested that there must be equal treatment to everyone and there must be equity, but this system is showing that the wages will be decided as per the performance of the workers. So they will be different for everyone. We'll take one example. See, the standard output of the company will be 100 units per day. Then the remuneration or wages will be 100 rupees per day. Sorry, here I have to write non-efficient worker. So non-efficient worker will produce 80 units per day and his remuneration will be 80 rupees, while the average worker will produce 100 units per day and his remuneration will be 100 rupees, while the efficient worker will produce 120 units per day, so his remuneration will be 120 rupees per day. So here we can see that different wages will be paid to the different workers according to their performance and efficiency. This is the example of differential piece rate wage plan. So these are the techniques of scientific management. Please subscribe my channel, like and share this video. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment box and I will try to reply it. Thank you. Take care.